One. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting film journey here on Delusions of Grandeur. I am one of your hosts, but tonight we are going to be talking about, or at least today, because it's kind of still morning for us, at least for us in the States. Over there, there in the darkness where Boris is, it's nighttime, isn't it?
Almost. It's 7:38 p.m.
So, what movie did you uh s- have us
Subject
watch this? Yes, since you
uh,
subject us to torture every week.
ouch. Well, I'd say it's every 3 weeks, but yeah. So, it's the movie Sketch from 2024. Uh, it's we could say a horror comedy directed by Seth Worley, written by Seth Worley, and starring Tony Hale, Darcy Carden, and Bianca Bell. And it says, when a young girl's sketchbook falls into a strange pond, her drawings come to life, chaotic, real, and on the loose. As the town descends into chaos, her family must reunite and stop the monsters they never meant to unleash. So, is this the first time you guys watched this movie, and what were your first impressions? Let's ladies first. Start with Tammy.
Um, I thought it was a different idea, a really different, you know, this with something that was drawn coming to life like that, and um, how the little girl was dealing with her emotions by drawing these really ob- obscure um things. And the names that she would come up with for these things.
We're
Um,
definitely very elaborate.
yes. So yeah, I thought it was unique and interesting. Um, and I like how it turned things around in the end. That um,
Had you seen
that
it before?
yeah, we saw it once before. But I like how, like, towards the end, everybody kind of learned something. Yeah, it brought the family together. And they seemed to learn a lot about each other. I thought it was a nice, a nice message. You know, so I like how everything turned out in it. And but leading up to that, it was spoiler alert. Leading up to it, I just like it was interesting how it was all done and everything. And the drawings were so unique and the critters and everything. So yep, I thought it was fun.
Okay. And me myself, yes, I've seen it once before. When I heard about it and um when it finally became available, I ended up securing a copy and ended up watching it myself and with Tammy. And I thought it was weird and unique and an interesting way of how a family deals with their grief. and you can tell that the loss of the mother is has got to have been like relatively recent, as it seems, and I'm sure we'll get into this, but the family is going through a process and hasn't quite grieved yet. I don't think, and I guess it was it was interesting. I thought it was um a little funny in moments, when the main kid that annoys the fuck out of the girl um learns her almost utter dislike for him has leapt out of the pages of her book, and they are after him. It's kind of funny how he reacts, you know. So,
Yes.
but in any case, I enjoyed the movie for what it is. It seems to be kind of like a self help feel good movie, something to show what kind of how one family deals with grief. Even though I think the little girl is a little intense at times. um,
Yeah.
I feel like she's a little bit Damien-ish, but at least at first. I mean, come on. She throws the brother's
Y-
notebook with his homework out the window, and like has
Yeah, he didn't even do anything wrong. He was just trying to help her.
correct. I thought she was like being a little bitch at first.
Yes.
But that's me. I I I I didn't entirely like her at first. It wasn't until like the middle of the movie that I started like actually caring about her.
Uh, uh, Actually, while you and I often disagree about children characters, in this case I agree because she really was mean to people who didn't deserve it.
Well, and I think that's how she was dealing with her grief. But that's still not a way to deal with it in the
Yeah.
end. But that being said, I enjoyed the movie at the end of the day. It had some interesting ways of telling the story, and um, I'm not exactly sure whether or not it's scary to an 8-year-old, but I like the fact that you had like children acting like adults for some
Mm,
reason. What when they're those iders, when those iders were attacking them and chasing them and whatnot. For some reason, it reminded me of like of like a slasher a movie where you had teenagers running around getting chased by. It's not
yeah.
often used. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but
I think I kinda do.
but in any case, back to you. What about you? Was this the first time watch for you?
Yes, yes, it was my first time. I saw a trailer for this movie on TV quite a while ago, and I kinda wanted to see it, but then later I forgot. But yeah, then since we are doing these imaginary friends and such things, it came back to my mind. I found the title and figured out why not. So, for the most part, I really did enjoy this movie. The concept is definitely very creative. I really liked the combination of the horror and the goofiness in this movie. There was a lot of fun, some really good spoon outs and stuff. And
I saw a review online that mentioned that all of a sudden there was a magic pond in the movie, and that's one reason why they couldn't entirely get into it. That and the fact that it was toying with a little a girl's um grief or whatnot, or but to me, I feel like the lake itself, it was not just thrown in there randomly. It was introduced like early on in the film. You know,
uh, yeah, it wouldn't be bad if there was some word about its origin, like how it became able to do what it does.
true. Where its magic powers came from,
Yeah.
but there was no mention
Um,
of that or why or whether or whether anyone else actually figured out that its powers. You know.
well, apparently no one did. Otherwise, it would probably be all over the news.
Right.
Yeah, and since the movie takes quite a bit for things to actually get serious, even before that happens with the music and everything, they actually did quite a good job keeping you on edge even when nothing really special is happening. So I wouldn't have minded if the movie was like 10-15 minutes longer than it was with the real action and stuff. But one thing I must say really disappointed me was the ending with the mother's ashes. Like throughout the whole movie, they keep you hoping that they might bring her back to life. And according to everything we see in the movie, it would have actually been possible. But then in the end, they just make it impossible just for the sake of making it impossible. That was one thing that kind of disappointed me. But other than that, there was still a lot of fun in the movie, and I must say I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. I think so too. Too. But let's get into the plot and what kind of happens. And um, so one of the things, you don't mind if I get into a little bit of the plot, do you?
Oh no, I don't mind.
Okay, so uh, it starts out with okay, so it seems like this little girl. What is the little girl's name?
Amber.
So Amber it seems to be constantly getting in trouble at school, and one of the things that she seems to be getting in trouble for is the things that she draws. Because apparently schools do this thing where they actually look and pay attention to the things that your children or child draws, because if they draw anything that is concerning to them, they end up calling the parent or parents to let them know that their child or children are drawing atrocious things. I know I was one of them when I was a child. I was sent to the principal's office for drawing a hillside with uh, tombstones with the names of all of my kids, all the kids in my class's names on the tombstones.
Oh, I remember you telling that story before. That was pretty damn good. Sorry to hear you got into so much trouble because of it.
Well,
I admit I don't know what those other kids did, but I bet they did at least something to deserve it.
no, I just simply drew the scene as I saw it in my mind. It meant nothing at the time.
Oh,
To me, I was just drawing a picture. And when I explained to the principal, he didn't fully believe me. So he sent me home, saying that it was kind of a bad thing. But to me, it was just a drawing. It was nothing meant to be harmful or anything like that. It was a Lutheran school, so they were being extra cautious. I guess.
yeah. Well, wanna hear the creepiest drawing I did at school, but I actually didn't get in trouble for it. But yeah, uh, I wasn't even quite that young anymore. I was 16. And we could say I had some social issues after some middle school experiences. I somewhat struggled to differentiate playful banter from actual bullying. So at that time, I was a really huge fan of one singer, and some other schoolmates liked to make fun of it, but calling her names and stuff like that. And I tended to get revenge on them for that. Like when someone would insult her, I would let 2 weeks pass or so, and then I would draw a sketch of that person on the restroom door and write some derogatory message about them for everyone to see. And in a notebook, I drew an axe with the singer's initials. And whenever I pulled some prank like that on someone who insulted the singer, I would add one line on what's the on the handle of the axe. Uh,
Aha. So
yeah,
as if to say, one more victim has been
kind of like
axed.
that. Yeah, and to make it weirder, at that time I didn't even like the horror genre like I do now.
Well, it was a way of you coping with I think the consistent bullying that was going on, but you know, um, to each their own. So one of the things that the teacher seemed to say that I thought was actually kind of cool was the fact that the drawing what she wanted to happen in her notebooks or on a piece of paper was a good thing.
Actually, I think that was the psychologist, not the teacher.
Okay, so that was a school psychologist.
Uh, at least I think so. What do you think, Tammy?
Um, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the teacher was the one who made the drama about it.
Okay. So basically, she pretty much told her that how she handled her anger or her thoughts about you know what the kids in class and whatnot. Um, she told her it was okay to draw anything a thing, except here's the thing. Here's a notebook. Keep it in these, and then you should be fine.
Yeah, and
Well, she was
truth be
basically telling her to draw the stuff instead of acting out. You
Correct.
know.
yeah. But truth be told, at first, when I heard that she was drawing some specific schoolmate getting killed or something, I thought that kid was that kid must be an actual bully or something like that. And in the end, it turned out that he was never even so bad. Like it was never even his intention to be mean to her.
No, in fact, he asked if she wanted to be his girlfriend. I thought that was. Do you want to
Yeah.
be my girlfriend? And she was like,
Right.
no, ew.
Poor kid.
But in any case, so okay, there ends up being a reason. Okay, so the son, the brother, he ends up accidentally um he goes to this lake, and I think he accidentally throws something in the lake. And oh, his
He
phone.
he trips. Yeah, he is not paying attention, and he trips and falls, and the phone goes in the lake. And when he
But
first
it
pulls
was
it up,
broken. It was
it
the screen was broken.
right, and then all of a sudden it wasn't anymore.
Correct. So he thought about going and getting the ashes to their mother,
Well, no,
and
he took a
the
plate that got broken first,
okay,
and then the plate got fixed. So now there's two things that got fixed.
okay.
Then he
So
starts
he's
thinking about it.
basically been testing to make sure that this lake does what it seems to do.
Yes.
Which is make things broken fixed again. What do y'all think about that?
Whew. I actually think it's a really cool concept. Just like I said, I wish we got some more information about how it became possible.
Well, a little bit, but how would you like to find a magic lake that fixed things like that was pretty much in your backyard?
Oh, I could definitely make some use of it.
I'm pretty sure that this lake was also something that was special to the kids and their mother too. You know, it seems like it was a special spot.
Really? How did you figure that out?
I don't know. It just seems that way. Like, why would they go to this lake to begin with?
He said that the boy, I believe, said when he was trying to tell his dad about it that remember the lake that we used to go to with mom.
Yeah.
That's why. So, um, but yeah, he even tries to tell his dad what he thinks is going on, and his dad didn't believe him. So he so but so he ends up going and taking the box that supposedly has the ashes that their mother is in, and guess who follows him?
Uh, Amber, I think.
Yep, Amber follows him, and she is somewhat royally pissed because she noticed that he had her ashes, and um apparently was going to try to do something with it. And in the course of fighting over the box, her notebook gets into the lake, which isn't the first time it's gotten wet.
All right.
Because her dad ends up taking the notebook from her, and he promises that he's not going to look at it. And of course, he accidentally spills some coffee on it. And in the process of blowing the thing dry, I guess he kind of is token to seeing what's in the notebook, which kid finds out later, gets pissed at him, and well, as we know, the notebook falls into the lake. Once she fishes it, once the notebook gets fished out of the lake, and they run home, she realizes that every single drawing that was in the notebook is no longer in between the pages,
Yeah.
and they hear noises, and she keeps questioning her brother. What are those noises? What's going on? The thing is, her brother doesn't really know, but he does think that the pages in her notebook have come alive.
Uh, yeah, yeah, it is kind of a logical conclusion regarding what he already knows about the lake.
Yep. And when his dad doesn't listen to him or anything like that, that doesn't exactly help.
Right.
So, what happens next? Did you want to tell us what goes on next?
Uh, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, is the next thing when they see yellow stains on the window, or is there something before that?
Well, I'm pretty sure this is the day
Hmm.
that they go onto the bus and get attacked.
Oh, yeah, that's after the yellow spots. Uh, or yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I
Uh,
also think that we ought to mention that the father's sister is actually helping to sell the house. And one of the things she's trying to have the father do is not come in the house at any given point in time so that she can sell the house, because
uh,
evidently it's weird whenever he comes inside the house.
Oh yeah, to be honest, that didn't make much sense to me. Like, it's his house, why wouldn't he be allowed to be there?
Because they're trying to sell the house, and
Y-
if he shows up, then he's interrupting, and it just would scare off the customers. You know.
Uh, I, uh, I don't know why it should scare them if the actual owner of the house is in the house. Like, isn't it just
Well, then
logical?
he should act professionally when he's inside the house if he's trying to sell it to begin with, and
Uh,
completely
It
tell them, hey, it's okay. I'm the owner of the house. Don't mind me. You
it's
know,
less personal if he's not there.
correct. It's less personal, and they would probably definitely be able to sell the house if the owner wasn't there. You know, some people get offended or bothered if they're uh, coming inside a house to look at a house to buy, and the people are still there.
Well, the thing is, you don't. A lot of times they don't want the owner there because the people are walking around the house saying changes that they would want to make once they own it, and if they say it in front of the current owner might get offended by the changes that those people want to make and make comments or react or whatever. If they say, oh yeah, we're going to knock down that wall and expand this, and we're going to put windows over here that don't have windows, and you know and get the owner, the owner is standing there while these people are saying this, he might not react the most positive way. So that's why you don't want the owner there.
I somewhat see, I guess.
I mean, if it's your house and people are going to come in and say that they're going to do all this stuff to make your house different after you've been in that house for how long, and it's got all these memories, and these people are going to come in and totally revamp the place, and they're saying this right in front of you.
I mean, they could even say they're just going to bulldoze it down and rebuild. You know,
Right.
and
How
that
are
was the house that you lived in forever. Would you want to hear that shit?
Well, if you have a problem with that, you shouldn't be selling the house to begin with.
Well, that's the
well,
way you would think, but if you actually had any kind of a feeling towards that house while you were living in it and sentimentality about it, you wouldn't want to hear that shit, you know?
that's why they don't want the owner there when they're showing the
Yeah, but
house.
if you have that sentimentality, then don't sell the house in the first place.
I don't
Well,
think he really wanted to sell the house to begin with, but I think he was being pressured by his sister to sell it because of the mother no longer being there.
yep.
I think the sister was pressuring him to sell it because of it. She felt it was
She,
too hard on the whole family to still be in the house,
yep. So it was the sister's fault.
which that's why she didn't want him in the house because of the memories of the house of these people. If they sit there and say they're gonna change this and change that, you know, she just didn't figure it would go over very well to have him in the house. So
Yeah, I guess.
Alrighty, bring us
Um,
forward.
yeah, so we are at the part where the blue monster attacks, right?
Correct. And guess what his name was?
You just beat me to it, Dave. Yeah, I thought of you when that was mentioned. It was hilarious.
My name is often mentioned in movies. I don't know why. It's such a popular name.
Oh, well, yes, that's true. Uh, so yeah, Dave Spudaus, the boss, uh,
Well, they come across a truck that is playing music, and there is a trail of blue stuff, like blue dust, as in like footprints ish, that head towards it. And the bus driver stops in the middle of the road, and she's kind of like, "What the fuck," you know? Uh, and um, Amber is realizing what's up and basically starts to say, "Hey, we need to get moving." Because she realizes exactly what monster is there, and as she's beginning to realize that her things she drew are now coming into existence.
oh yes.
So apparently she knows exactly what thing is. Uh, as we said, its name is Dave, and apparently, them honking the horn, they just woke his ass up. So Dave is now pissed. So um, the bus driver steps on the gas and pretty much she tries to avoid Dave, but she kind of careens into the truck. The truck stops its music, and they figure out something with the music is what kept him calm. So
Yeah.
they put an iPod on with a playlist. Except they didn't realize that not all of the music on the iPod playlist was going to be nicey nicey.
Oh yes. My own playlist is also a little mixture of everything.
I know that was funny because the first song got them all nice and mellow and everything, and then the next song, it uh, Jack, is that his name? The kid.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Jack looks at the kid and he goes, "What kind of playlist is this?"
Right.
But the kids end up getting outside of the bus. I don't think any of the kids get eaten or anything. But they definitely do get separated, and
Oh yeah,
uh,
but the teacher was unconscious and they just kind of left her for dead. We don't know what happened to her next, do we?
no,
The
we do
bus
not.
driver. Yeah,
The
Yeah,
bus
the
driver
bus
was just
driver.
kind of there.
I think that because she was in the state that she was in, I think that the monsters left her alone. You know,
Yep,
kind of like they say if a bear is chasing you, you're supposed to lay down, and pretend you're dead, and the
yep.
bear won't
Ah.
care. I think the same thing goes with monsters. If they think they're already dead, they don't care about you anymore because then you're no fun anymore.
Well, yeah, that's kind of true.
Well, and technically, in a sense, these monsters were a little bit like Puff the Magic Dragon. They were drawn on paper. So um that being said, the Amber and Jack and what was that annoying kid's name?
Bowen.
Bowman. Or if he had a first name, I'm not sure what it would have been. But
They
they
never
called
said it.
yeah, they never said it. So we'll just know the kid is Bowman. Um, Bowman and the brother and sister end up befriending each other through this whole thing, and end up separating themselves from the rest of the group, and end up back at their home, which they run into those idors. Which is that's what she calls them, the idors, because they're basically spiders with eyes, with an eyeball type
Yes.
thing. And I thought it was kind of cute that one of those was actually taking the father's coffee cup and took his phone and junk earlier.
Uh,
Um,
Well, she predicted that was going to happen when he got upset with her, took all of her art supplies.
uh,
She went and drew something. She said she found a piece of chalk, and she drew something. And he looked at it, and he said, "Well, what's this?" And then she said, "Well, you're going to lose your coffee cup and your key and this and that, you know." And
and your eyeballs.
yeah, she said that the whatever creature she drew was going to take the things.
uh-huh.
So
Yes.
And so that's exactly what happened. But I don't think they expected an infestation of them,
Mm,
things coming after them. And so I do think around this time, uh, okay, the house was being shown to a younger couple, and that's when he killed the idor, and he had to explain the idor to the customers, and that's when he got a phone call from from the school, and when they got to where the bus and whatnot, they figured out that the kids were gone,
right.
and the father. So that's when the father and the sister went off in search of them, and I guess that's when they ran into the drawing of the cat that was kind of a spider,
Oh, that was good.
which I guess it wasn't just a cat.
Oh
So
no.
um, and when the cat did what it did, I love that part for some reason. The sister was like, "Yeah, it wasn't just a cat, was it?"
Yeah, like you don't say.
Oh, she's working through some stuff. What kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
But I just think it's amusing how amused the sister seems to be over over the whole thing. Like she's fascinated by the creativity that she was of the things that came alive. Oh, it's really beautiful, isn't it? And then it chases them. You know,
Industry was still somewhat processing the very thought of the whole thing being real.
yeah. Well, like the thing that was hanging up near the electrical lines, she was like, "Oh, it's really beautiful when you look at it." But then it started to chase then she's like, "I don't think it looks beautiful anymore."
Right.
So, what do you think of the different creatures that they come across? There's a convenience plus store that a couple of kids are at, and that's when one of the creatures that came from the notebook comes upon the two workers at the gas station or whatever, and it takes up a hoodie that Tammy said she really liked.
I'm sorry, what?
A hoodie, a, a, a,
Oh,
a hoodie that Tammy liked the print on it.
the creature who was drawn killing Bowen.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, with that sweatshirt. I wanted that sweatshirt.
Well, it was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, with all the wolfies on it.
That's why. Right.
But
Yeah, it definitely was cool.
and what did that creature do? Did that creature take the hoodie and then it went off to the lake?
Oh,
And it
good
seemed like
question.
it was drawing something.
I think
Oh
it
yeah,
went.
there
I
was.
think it went off to the lake, and that's kind of when it was. It found that backpack or whatever, um, and yeah, it was drawing things.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all these other creatures come out of the woodworks too. Like this one that seems to be like a ticking time bomb. With an alarm,
Oh, I can't
which
quite.
which I think the question was asked, what did you draw this out of? Magic marker. So they took the creature and shook it out in a puddle nearby, and it just kind of like melted.
Ah, yeah. Now I remember something about that.
Yeah,
But
some of them are easier. Are able to be destroyed because of what they were drawn with.
correct, and that's
Like
one thing.
fire, like fire destroys the ones that were made with crayon
Yep,
because the crayon will melt,
yep,
and chalk will dissipate. It'll like just turn into dust.
yep.
Who?
So one of the things is that Amber thinks that she's bad for drawing all these bad drawings, you know. But the brother, I like I like the fact that he's the one that tells her that she's also drawn a lot of good drawings, you know.
Who? True.
So one of the things that becomes something that helps them in the end is all the good drawings too. This, I think what happens is um she ends or they end up throwing all her good drawings into the lake to combat the bad drawings.
Yes, well, mostly the weapons they can use against the monsters.
That too, which I guess there's a slight connection to uh, Minecraft in here.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Where I guess she's drawn the green diamond sword, which evidently is like something that is really popular in the Minecraft game, which I've actually never really played the Minecraft game. Um, I've played a game called Minecraft that's been on computers forever, but that's like that's like this thing where it's a whole thing of boxes. You got to figure out where the flags and the bombs are.
I think that's called Minesweeper.
Okay, that's called Minesweeper.
I think so.
Okay, I always thought it was called Minecraft. My bad. But
What I think so. What? Let me look it up. Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
Yeah, Minesweeper. That's what it's called.
Okay. So I guess I've always been kind of confused about when Minecraft actually first began. But in any case, um, they are able to get the diamond sword to help them, and what exactly happens? I see all these heart creatures, and you see all kinds of like fireworks that end up
I
happening.
guess um the brother, I think, or what, puts the old pictures into the water, and that's got all these good drawings on it. So the
Yeah,
heart, yes. So the good drawings come to life and basically go after the bad drawings.
that's what I
The good
thought.
drawings got butterflies on them. They got the hearts. He ends up getting that sword. You know,
Right.
Yep. And do they ultimately win?
yeah. That's what that's what everybody kind of sees, all the pretty fireworks and all that stuff, and nobody understands where it's all coming from. But yeah, the all the good things are destroying the bad things, and even the other kid threw his gun thing that he drew into the water and ended up with it. So he was able to destroy things with it, his made up gun,
Yeah.
you know. And she was able to overcome everything because she made her vines and her arms come to life. So it was everybody was fighting the bad things with things that they had, and then the good things were helping and
Well, and I
drawing the
thought
good
it was
drawings.
interesting. I thought it was interesting when the father ended up running into that Bowman kid, and he was like, "Where are my kids?" What do you mean? Where are
Uh,
your kids?
but
Who are my?
who are your
You know?
kids? Yeah.
Oh, they were your kids? I didn't know that. Well, because he had never seen their father. or whatnot. You know.
Yes.
Sorry, going backwards and now forwards. But Bowman definitely got that gun and certainly helped. That gun
Oh,
was something else, wasn't it?
uh, Amber's tentacles.
Well, her weapons were cool. Her weapons were cool, that's for sure.
Oh, yes.
But at the end of everything, the fact that they chose not to throw the mother's um, ashes into the thing, you thought that was stupid?
Kind of, yeah, like if you were that father and you knew that lake could bring your deceased wife back to life, wouldn't you want to do it?
The
I'd
ashes were
be
no longer
worried about
there.
the ashes were no longer there.
Yeah, but he
The
didn't
box.
know that.
Yes, he did. The box got a crack in it, and he saw that the ashes were spilled all. The father saw that the ashes were spilled all over inside that book bag, and saw the crack in the wooden thing that they were in.
But didn't they notice that only after he gave the whole speech?
Well, he noticed it as he was giving the speech, but I think he was thinking realistically, just kind of like, um, there's no guarantee if you threw her ashes in there that she, number one, that she would come back, and number two, that she would come back as you knew her.
Correct.
Just
Don't
like
you know?
just like
Don't you
Stephen
know
King,
the?
just like Stephen King's Pet Cemetery. You know,
I mean, do you know the line? Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, yes, I know.
You don't always know what's going to come back.
Huh. Well, yeah, although the monsters did come back pretty much the way Amber imagined them.
Yeah, to a certain extent. We don't know whether they did everything that they were supposed to.
Uh, on
Not
the
for
other
certain.
hand, though, when Jack dropped his phone in the pond and it got fixed or not played, it was uh, the pond received all the pieces and fixed it, and these are just the ashes, not really the mother's whole body the way it was while she was alive. So yeah, who knows if it would have worked.
Yeah, who knows? But at the end of the day, what did y'all think about the production overall?
Oh, to be honest, I think it's amazing.
I thought it was pretty darn good too. I mean, what an elaborate imagination for a little girl. If that was her imagination, you know. What do you think, Tammy?
I thought the production was pretty decent. Yeah, because it was quite an imagination, and all the different creatures, and then all the different names. That were totally out there for the creatures and everything, and you know, I thought it was neat. And then how they were able to come to life. So
Uh, yes.
Yeah, I kind of wish I knew a little bit more about the lake, but you know what? Hopefully there's another movie that involves a magical lake or whatnot. Sometimes you wonder if it's the Fountain of Youth ish type a thing, or like on the lines of like Tuck Everlasting or anything like that. So
Maybe it
um,
was just a fluke for the uh for the imagination. Okay,
true,
the that went along with the imagination. Okay, maybe the lake really didn't actually do anything, but because the imagination was out there with the drawings and everything, that something had to make things come to life, so the lake became part of it. That so maybe the lake really actually didn't do anything. It was just
Huh.
part of the imagination. It was part of what was going on.
Phew.
You see what I'm saying? There needed to be a trigger. Okay, the lake became the trigger, but that doesn't mean that there's anything special about the lake.
true. And it might be possible because their mother was such a good person while she was alive,
And
you
she
know,
liked the lake.
that she liked the lake, and when she died, maybe a part of her went into the lake. Who knows?
That still
It's
wasn't my way of thinking about it. My way of thinking about it is you needed a trigger to make all these things come to life. So the
yeah,
lake became the trigger. So the lake, but the lake is itself is part of the imagination of what happened.
true. If you think about it, the
Yeah, but
story of King Arthur has to do with a lady in the lake.
uh, at the same time, it couldn't be just someone's imagination when other people can still see it in reality.
Well, I think as far as production goes, the CGI in this was fantastic. At
Oh
least
yeah,
as far as the imagination went. These drawings
definitely.
definitely came to life. If they were drawn by Amber, they were brought to life from the pages spectacularly. You know,
Oh,
they really did look
absolutely.
like somebody actually drew them. You know,
Definitely yes.
and to watch something that you might have drawn either walking or running after you or chasing you, I'm sure that's a feat too.
Uh, yeah, if I had such a pond, I would probably give it my total evil AI generated waifu pillow. If you see where I'm going with this.
I see where you're going with that. What did you think about the production overall, Tammy?
What was that again?
What did you think about the production overall, Tammy?
I already said.
Oh,
But
well,
I
uh,
I
in
said
any case, I guess, what did y'all think about the music?
Uh, uh, Actually, this is one of the few movies where I actually paid attention. The very first time I watched it, even to background music that wasn't like specific songs. Like I said earlier, I was quite impressed by how how they used background music to give the movie a bit of a thriller atmosphere at the beginning, before even anything was before anything serious even began happening. Like there was nothing that bad happening, just Amber drawing weird stuff and so on, which per se is not really that serious, but with the background music and stuff, they kind of managed to keep me on edge and in suspense even before the shit hit the fan. But there
Okay.
actually were some. Huh?
I said okay.
Yeah, but there actually were some songs too, I think in the ending credits at least, and maybe here and there throughout the movie.
Alrighty. Well, on that note, what did who is your favorite character, and uh, was there a favorite scene that you might have liked?
Whew. Favorite scene? Well, I really did like all the scenes with the good spoodaus and stuff, and all the encounters with the monsters were quite creative and quite hilarious. If I can pick a specific one, well, I know it's one of the earlier ones, but when Dave spun out that bus, that was a good spun out. And the cat was really amazing. That one really made me laugh. And my favorite character, truth be told, it's kind of difficult to choose one. I guess I guess most people would choose Amber, but I kind of have mixed feelings about her because she really did have moments of being mean to people who really didn't deserve it by any means. Uh, but I did kind of like the father too. Uh, I liked Bowman as well. He really wasn't as bad as she was portraying him at first.
I'm pretty sure that the father actually played Gargamel in the first Smurfs movie that they came
Oh,
out with, that wasn't a cartoon, that it was a live action.
oh, interesting. I didn't know.
Pretty sure that he played Gargamel.
Ha!
Um,
Who could imagine that?
um, I just recognize him. That's all.
Right.
But in any case, as far as favorite scene and or favorite character, Tammy, what would yours be?
Um, I like I like that kid. What is his name? Bowman.
Bowman?
Yes, yes.
I liked him. He's just annoying but funny, but whatever. He's just all of it. Um, my favorite scenes. Well, I do have to say one of my favorite ones was with the cat. So, hello.
Hello?
Hello, sorry. When I plugged my phone into the charger, for some reason I dropped out of here.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah.
I- yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. When I put my phone on the charger, I dropped out of here for some reason.
Well,
Ju-
anyways, say, and I have to agree. One of my favorite ones was the cat.
Ah,
I like that, and then I liked it when all what are the
The
little
Idors?
huh?
Are they the Idors?
Yeah, when all of them come flying out of that room, man, and they start going crazy, and then they all figure out a way to get rid of them, and
And
that means
Bowman was
like I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore.
Yeah, he must have done it in his pants.
well, he said later that he did piss his pants twice. And then I guess what I also did at the end, when all the lights and stuff are coming out of the pond and all the good things are coming out and all over the place and it just looks so neat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. My
I'm going to have to
say I'm going to have to say
say that my favorite character, one of them is Bowman, but I also like the brother because he's the one that actually is able to tell his sister that she's drawn a lot of good ones too. You know, it,
Oh yes, truth be
for a sister.
who was so mean to him in the very beginning, who threw out his homework.
uh, yeah, he really was way nicer than she deserved.
Well, yeah, I
Agree. So to be so honest towards her, in the light of how mean she was back to him.
I
I
think
mean,
he knew though that something was I think he's I think he knew her on the inside and I think he realized this that she was just acting out. So he was trying his best to get to the person that was underneath that.
yep.
Kinda, yeah.
so alrighty, and some of my favorite scenes are, yeah, of course, the cat, the Idors, uh, anytime the Bowman kid was around, especially when he started realizing that she drew all these pictures of things attacking him. He's like, "What did I ever do to you?" And she explains to him that some of the things that she thinks you always got me in trouble with the teacher. And things of that nature, and I do like when the brother drops the good pictures in, and you see all the fireworks and shit, and the good battling the evil and all that stuff, and I thought that was cool. So, but yeah, unless you guys have anything else to add to the film, that's pretty much it. I do know that this was put out by Angel Productions, or um, I noticed that in the very beginning. I'm starting to notice when I see that logo out
Yeah,
in the wild.
I noticed the logo at the beginning.
So, um, other than that, did anyone else have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully you ladies and gentlemen have enjoyed our discussion on this film. Um, like, share, and subscribe. We'll definitely be back next week with another one. In fact, Tammy, I believe you're next, correct?
Yes,
So, did you have one in mind?
kind of.
I know we talked about Pete's Dragon, but is that what you were thinking about?
No,
Okay. What what were you thinking?
Slumberland.
Slumberland. Okay.
Lumberland 2022.
Yep.
Ooh.
If
Ah,
you're gonna be,
Jason Momoa.
if you're gonna do that one, then I might as well do the original one it's based off of.
Oh.
um, if she's gonna do some Slumberman, I technically I would prefer to do what it's originally based on beforehand, but since I am right after her, I'm okay with her covering Land so that we can go back and cover the original animation.
Oh, cool.
Animation.
Yeah, it's based on a game, but it's a Japanese animation that was dubbed.
Well, you'll
So
have to make sure. Well, that's
What's
the
it
part
called?
because they're leaving on the third, which is a Sunday, which means I can go. I could actually go up there after we get done because they're
yeah,
leaving. They're leaving on the third, which means I can go up on the third or I can go up on the fourth, technically.
yep.
So
Huh.
no, his parents are going out of town, and I get to go on vacation because I get to
Cool.
go watch the house
Yep.
all by myself. Just me and a kitty cat. Just me and a kitty cat.
Which means I gotta pick a series that I want to watch with her not here, so I can stick Diego and myself right next to each other, and we'll watch.
Now, Diego will probably take over my chair the whole time.
Yeah, he probably will. I probably won't be able to do like I did during The Walking Dead. He doesn't do that. He doesn't allow me to set him up right next to me so that we can watch.
He might if I'm not here.
But in any case, I wonder does he know that you're going to abandon him again?
David,
Oh.
Anyways, everyone say good night.
good night.
Good night, everyone.
Pleasant dreams.
Hoot hoot.